What's up guys, this is Undisputed22 back here again, this time with a deck profile video. And today we'll be doing a deck profile video of my Examon deck profile. Yes, so this is the brand new deck that has been released in the Digimon EX03 box. This is the deck that I actually wanted to build along with the Imperial Dramon deck as well, but I decided to build this deck first because this is like the so-called a brand new Digimon, and this is the last Royal Knight of the whole game. Yes, finally they gave us all 13 Royal Knights, and the deck has been looking to be quite interesting, forcing your opponents to attack you, and then suspending their Digimon when he's suspended. So yeah, let's get on to the deck profile. So this deck in Japan has been quite popular recently. I've been seeing a lot of top lists of this deck. So let's move on to the Digitama. So for the Digitamas, we have 1 Upamon and then 4 Baby Dracomon. So the only new card here is Baby Dracomon. This card is from the latest EX03. So his ability is whenever your Digimon would unsuspend during this turn, it gets about 1k DP. So yeah, so it pumps your Digimon that can unsuspend, like for example Slayer Dramon and Examon. So yeah, this is the more important Digitama, and because your Dracomons will need to evolve from him for free cost, so this is more of the important Digitama. The reason why I run 1 Upamon is just in case I run out of Digitamas, then I don't have any more Digitamas to hatch into. So yeah, that's why I run 5. You cannot run the Upamon, you can just run 4 Baby Dracomon, but I'm just gonna run 5. So let's move on to the level 3s. For 3s, we run 2 Vmon from the EX01, 4 Dracomon from the starter deck, the All Force V-Drama starter deck, and then 4 of the new Dracomon. So the only brand new card here we have is the 4 Dracomon from the EX03. So basically what Dracomon does is Digivolve on top of Baby Dramon for 0 cost, and then on play you can check the top 4 cards of your deck, add up to 1 Digimon with Dramon and 1 Digimon with Examon from among them into your hand. So basically you can add up to 2 cards from among the top 4. So yeah, that's pretty good. And the heritable skill is when your Digimon would if you have a Digimon with Dramon in his name, it gets 1000 DP. So yeah, it buffs your Dramon Examon power by 1k. This is very important. Then we run this Dracomon because this is a Dracomon name, and on play you can check the top 3 cards of your deck, then add an Examon from a Dramon Digimon from among them to your hand. Then we play the EX01 Vmon because when your Digimon during your main phase, when Digimon unsuspends, you gain a memory. So yeah, that's our level 3s. Then move on to our level 4s. Our level 4s, we run 4 Godramon from the trial deck, starter deck from the All Force starter deck. Then we run 3 Godramon from the EX03, the blue one. Then we run 4 Godramon from the EX03, the green one. So the only 2 new cards are the Godramon. So the blue one is basically Digivolve from Dracomon for 2 costs, and then he has evade. So if you don't know what evade does, basically evade is whenever your Digimon will be deleted, you can just rest this Digimon and it will not be deleted. Then the inheritable skill is it gives your Dramon and Examon Digimon in name evade. So yeah, so basically he himself has evade, and he carry forward skill has an evade. Then we have the green one. So the green one, same thing, evolve on a Dracomon for 2 costs, and he has blocker. And his inheritable skill is if a Digimon has Dramon or Examon in name, it gains blocker. So this deck is very interesting. The green side of the deck gives your Dramon and Examon blocker, then your blue side gives them evade. And we run the old Godramon because this Godramon is really good. On play, draw 2 cards, and it's a security Digimon. So yeah, that's really good. So that's our level 4s. Then for our level 5s, our level 5s is really simple. We just run 4 Wingdramon and 4 Groundramon. So Wingdramon, basically it's evolved for 3 costs on a Dracomon, and then he has evade, and he has this important skill. At the end of your turn, you can Geograss Digivolve this Digimon as a level 6 Digimon with another green Digimon into an Examon from your Digimon card named Examon from your hand. And his inheritable skill is, if your Digimon has Dramon Examon in name, it gains evade. So it's basically like the old Godramon, but why I say it's important? Because he can be treated as a level 6, so you can Geograss into your Examon as soon as possible. Then we have the green Godramon, which is same skill, evolve on a Godramon for 2 costs, and then he has blocker just like the level 4 Godramon, and same thing as Wingdramon, can be treated as a level 6, and then Geograss, you can at the end of the turn Geograss Digivolve into this Digimon into a Digimon named Examon into your hand, and we can treat it as level 6. Then inheritable skill gives it blocker. So yeah, that's our level 5, very simple, both from the EX03 pack. Then now we go on to the spicy parts of the deck. So for our level 6, we run 3 Break Dramons and 4 Slayer Dramon. So both are from the EX03 pack. So let's go through Break Dramon first. Break Dramon is basically evolve on Wingdramon or Groundramon for 3 costs, and he has a skill that if this Digimon gets suspended, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And the last skill is if this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, you can trash the top card of your opponent's security, which is really good because trashing your opponent's top card security doesn't activate the effects of the security, it just straight away goes to the trash. And then his inheritable skill, yes, he has an inheritable skill for level 6. Whenever your Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon, trash the top card of your security, trash the top card of their security. So it's basically the same skill as the second skill. And then we have the Slayer Dramon for EX03 as well. Digivolve for Wingdramon or Godramon for 3 costs. And then when this Digimon is suspended, you can suspend him once per turn. Then the last skill is during the start of your opponent's main phase, you can rest a Digimon with Dramon or Examon in his name. Then your opponent chooses one of his Digimon and attacks with it. So yeah, that is the brand new playstyle of this deck. Basically, it forces your opponent to attack. You can rest any Dramon. It doesn't have to be him. You can be another Dramon or Examon on your field. And then when your opponent attacks, you can just block with one of your Digimon, and the Digimon will die. And he can unsuspend himself. Then his inheritable skill is the same skill as the second skill, which forces your opponent rest one of your Digimon with Dramon in his name and force him to attack. So yeah, that's our level 6. Then my favorite part of the deck, our level 7. So what level 7s are we running? Very simple. We just run 4 Examons, the king of the dragon Digimons. So, and one of the last Royal Knight. So if you don't know what Examon does, Examon is also from EX03. Geograss Digivolve with a blue and a green Digimon for 0 cost. Then second ability is when this Digimon, when you Digivolve into this Digimon, choose a 12 cost or lower blue or green Digimon with Dramon in his name and put it under this card's Digivolution sources at the bottom. Then if you Geograss Digivolve, you can choose a 12 cost or below blue or green Digimon with Dramon in his name and call it without paying the play cost, which is really good. It gives you a free Digimon if you Geograss Digivolve, and if you just regular Digivolve, you can just put a Dramon from your hand to your Digivolution sources at the bottom. Then his last skill is, if this Digimon once per turn, if this Digimon is suspended, unsuspend Digimon and suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Yes, this guy gains both effects of the Slayer Dramon and the Break Dramon, which is really good. So yeah, this Digimon is insane. It's the power of the last Royal Knight, which is impressive. And just look at that alternate art, man. Just look at that art. Look at all the other dragon Digimon around here flying around, and he's like holding his lance, posing right there. So yeah, this guy is insane. So later I'll show you what the deck can do when you get him out and how fast you can get him out. So now we move on to our tamers and our option cards. So far we just run 3 Daisuke, because why not? Why wouldn't you run Daisuke? It's a blue and a green deck, so definitely you will run Daisuke. And 2 Daisuke and Ken. So the reason why I run Daisuke and Ken is because if you have a blue and green Digimon, 1 memory each, then whenever you Digivolve into a Digimon that has multicolor, you can rest this tamer and then unsuspend that Digimon. So the reason why I run Daisuke and Ken is because I do not like giving my opponent a lot of memory, because this deck requires you, if you want to Geograss using both level 5s, which most of the time you are going to do, you're going to give a lot of memory to your opponent. So this tamer will reduce the cost by a lot if you have it on the field. So yeah, that's our tamers. Then for our option spells, we run 2 blue memory boosts, 1 ice wall, and 2 cold breath. So blue memory boost, nothing to explain, check 4 cards over there, add a blue Digimon from among them to your hand, and then delay plus 2 memory. Then for cold breath, is basically a 5 cost Cocytus breath, a cheaper cost, and it just bouncing your opponent Digimon to hand. Bouncing your opponent Digimon to hand is much more better than deleting it, because deleting it, they can just, like let's say you play against a purple, they can just call it back from their trash. So this card does much better, I would say. And the last card, Ice Wall, the card that was limited to 1 in the previous restriction list. This card is insane. Like, this card, honestly speaking, in my opinion, should be banned, because in an Examon deck, this card isn't fair. It's a 1 cost spell or option that forces whenever your opponent's Digimon attacks, you gain 2 memory. This card is unfair. Like just think about it. Just think about it this way. You playing an Examon deck that forces your opponent to attack you, and whenever your opponent attacks you, you can just use the Examon to block their attack, and then if you cast this during the previous turn, your opponent's going to lose 2 memory whenever he attacks. So forcing your opponent to attack and plusing 2 memory at the same time, that is a total minus to your opponent, because first thing, your Examon is going to block one of their lower power Digimon, because there's not much Digimon that can overpower Examon. And then when your Examon blocks, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon as well, which means your opponents will be losing 2 Digimons. Actually not losing 2, losing 1 Digimon and losing 1 attack at the same time, and he'll be losing 2 memory at the same time. So just imagine you have an Examon and a Slayer Dramon on the field, and your opponent has like 3 Digimon. You just use Slayer Dramon skill, rest him, suspend him, then force your opponent to attack. Then Examon will block, resting another Digimon, delete, and then you gain 2 memory because of Ice Wall. Then you can just use the Examon ability if you have Slayer Dramon under him as Digivolution sources, then rest the Examon again, then force your opponent to attack again, and then just minus another 2 memory right here and there. Like, how is that fair? Like, honestly speaking, I really feel like Ice Wall should be banned. Restricted to 1 in I think the previous 2 restriction lists. The previous restriction list was the Jack Sylphimon and the Tommy, but now I think with Examon around, this card shouldn't be around. Like, honestly speaking, my opinion, I played the deck, so I know how disgusting Ice Wall with Examon is. So yeah, you can agree or disagree with me, but yeah, that's my opinion. So that is the deck, guys, of the Examon. So now I'm just gonna go through on how you're gonna a little tutorial on how to play the deck and how the weaknesses and the strengths. Alright guys, so I'm back. So this is a little tutorial on how to play the deck. So let's say you have evolved your Dracomon into a Godramon, and then you push it up. So and then say this is your hand. So this is like a perfect hand. So what you would do is either evolve your Godramon into the Godramon or the Wingdramon. Wingdramon is up to you. So I'm just going to evolve to the Wingdramon. Then you're just gonna hardcore the Wingdramon from your hand. So you're basically giving 7 costs to your opponent. That's a lot of memory. So but by doing that, you have both on the field, so both of them will trigger. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna Geograss both Grounddramon and Wingdramon and evolve them into an Examon, because both of them can be treated as level 6. So yeah, just like that, you're gonna evolve into an Examon on like maybe turn 3, which is really quick. But you're of course you're gonna give your opponent 7 memory. Then Examon's ability, since you Digivolve, you're gonna place the Breakdramon from your hand into your Digivolution sources. Then you're gonna call the Slayerdramon to the field just like that for free. Then you'll pass the turn to your opponent. Then your opponent will start his turn. If he's moving his Digimon up or you already have a Digimon, you're gonna use the Slayerdramon's effect, gonna suspend himself, then force your opponent to attack you. Then Examon is going to block, and since you blocked, Examon is going to unsuspend himself and then choose an opponent's Digimon, other Digimon, and suspend it. And then Slayerdramon is going to unsuspend himself. Then just like that, both of your Digitama and Dracomon effects will trigger. So Examon will gain an additional 2k, so making him a 17k blocker until the end of the turn. That is insane, and he's blocking 1 attack, and he's gonna suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So yeah, just like that, your opponent is like lose 1 Digimon to deletion, and he's gonna lose a Digimon attack, just like that. And he'll be unsuspended. So let's say your opponent has another Digimon, you can just block it with block it with the Examon. So just like that, your opponent is losing 3 attacks. So yeah, that's how good Examon really is. It's just insane. Just by coming Examon, your opponent has to get rid of a big wall, and just in case you don't want to block because you're afraid that your opponent's going to delete the Examon with a option card or something, you can just don't block the second attack with Examon, leaving it in unsuspended. Then your opponent casts like a Gaia Force or something, you can just rest it to trigger evade, because you have the Wingdramon. Wingdramon gives evade. So yeah, that is a little tutorial on how to play the deck. But of course, good things always will have a weakness. So the weakness of this deck is, if you notice, I need 5 specific cards. I need to have at least these 5 specific cards. So by turn 3, if I don't see this hand, and if I don't have a Tamer, I won't be able to get out my Examon as quickly as possible, as you can see here, because we need 5 specific cards. We're gonna need to evolve either the Wingdramon or the Grounddramon, and then we need to call the other one, which will give your opponent 7 memory. Then we're going to Geograss into the Examon. Examon is going to call Slayerdramon or Breakdramon, up to you. And yeah, this is how the deck goes. So we need specific cards for this deck. You can't like Digimon into like any Digimon and then just pray to get an Examon out. Like specific cards really sometimes is a pain in the ass. And this deck, another problem about this deck does break a lot. Just like Jasmine always has the problem of breaking, and this deck has the exact same problem, but worse, because we need more specific Digimon compared to Jasmine. Jasmine just needs like Sister Mons and just basically any Jasmine to evolve into, while this deck requires you to have these cards in order to play. So there's some times where you have this, but you don't have this, so you have to fish it out from your deck by calling like your Dracomons or something to like check the top 3 cards, check top 4 cards of the deck to add it to find it out. But by the time you do that, your opponent will have already become a level 6, and then you will like rush your security. You will left little security left. So yeah, that is another weakness. Another weakness of this deck is decks like the Digi-Cross decks, because Digi-Cross decks normally don't have Digimon on their main phase. Even if they do, they don't really care, because their Digimon will be dying anyway, and then they will just Digi-Cross from their hand, and then the forcing your opponent to attack them turn, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it's still manageable because the Digi-Cross deck's power normally can't really Examon. But yeah, that's one of the other problems. Then the last problem, this deck is very prone to decks that bounces you back to your hand or return your Digimon back to the bottom of the deck, because evade only prevents you from being deleted. It does not prevent you from leaving the field, which kind of sucks. But the only decks that are able to return you back to the deck is Godramon X, which we hardly see now, but sometimes you might never know. You might play against a Meta Godramon X, and he will just screw you right there and there. He will just evolve to the Meta Godramon X, bouncing your lowest cost Digimon. So let's say you have an Examon, he evolves into a Meta Godramon X, you can bounce the Slayer Dramon, and when he attacks, he can bounce the lowest cost. And since Examon is your only Digimon left, you can just you just lose it right here and there. And then you have to build up another Examon again, which really sucks. So yeah, that is the two weaknesses of the deck. But overall, strengths of this deck is an impenetrable wall. Once you get your Examon, it's really hard to get rid. If your opponent does not play a deck that bounces you back to hand, you are like technically safe. Even if your opponent has retaliation, you can just like suspend your Examon from being deleted. Like, yeah, that's how good this deck is. That's why in Japan right now, like this deck is like one of the most sought out decks right now. Yeah, there's a lot. I saw a lot of recent top lists of Examon, and yeah, this deck does not disappoint. The only disappointing thing is it breaks. That's all. Just like Jasmine. Simple as that. But overall, this deck, thumbs up. Really good deck. No regrets building it. The alternate arts are amazing. I'm actually glad I actually decided to spend money on this deck. It was a hassle getting the Examon. I remember on the second day of the EX03 release, I had to travel to a few card shops just to find like boxes or maybe singles and stuff to get the deck. And I was lucky enough that one card shop I went to, he had Examon, so I just bought all the Examons that he had to be able to build the deck. And then the last one, I just opened the box and I got one. So I considered quite lucky to be able to build the deck. And consider the shortage of the 03 boxes and the high demand, so I always have to say I'm really lucky to be able to build this deck with the current situation of EX03. So yeah, that's my deck profile of the Examon deck. Hope you guys enjoy. If you like what you see, please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more. Right now, guys, I am at 200 subs, so if you do want giveaways, please do continue subscribing to my channel, like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know how to do the giveaway, please do watch my EX03 box opening video, which will list down the rules of how to take part in this giveaway. And then in the next video, which is my Cardfight Vanguard DBTO 6 box opening, I'll be revealing the winner, and then I'll be showing prize that what am I giving away in the next video. So please do stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. DJ Undisputed 22 signing off.